Today we're learning how to do right and left twists. These are also known as RT and LT when you see them in knitting patterns. They're essentially two-stitch cables. You can see I have 3 right twists on the right side of my swatch and 3 left twists on the left side of my swatch. If you look closely at these twists, you'll see that they lean in a specific direction. So the right twists over here are all leaning out to the right, that way. And the left twists on this side are all leaning out to the left. Now, this is a simple technique that once you get it under your belt will really speed up your knitting anytime you have a lot of twists in your pattern. You can work these as a regular 2-stitch cable with a cable needle if you want, but the way that I'm going to show you today is much smarter and faster because it doesn't require an extra tool. So let's jump right in. We'll do right twists first and left twists second. I'm going to go ahead and show you right twists first. Note that twisted stitches, whether they're right or left twists, are always happening over 2 stitches. They're always happening over a pair of stitches. So if I follow my twist up, you can see I've got these 2 stitches here on my needle, and those are the ones that I'm going to work the technique. We're here at our first right twist. Right twists and left twists always happen over 2 stitches. You can see this column of right twist corresponds to the next 2 stitches on my left needle. So I'm going to work a right twist here. The other thing is to get this twisted cord mini cable, you work a right twist on every right side row or every other row as you're working these 2 stitches. So I've been working right twists every right side row on these to create this swatch. So to work a right twist, you're going to start as if you were to knit 2 stitches together. So I'm going to take my right needle tip, I'm going to go into the 2 stitches as if to K2 tog. I'm going to knit those. The difference here is once I come out with my new knit stitch, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to slide those 2 stitches off. And instead of sliding them off, I'm going to take my right needle tip again, but this time only go into the first stitch. So I'm skipping the second one and going into the first, and I'm going to knit another stitch, pull it through, and then slide them off. So even though I technically did work a K2 tog, I worked 2 stitches. So we remain with 2 stitches once we're finished with the right twist. I'll show you that again. All right, so here we got another right twist. I'm going to start by going through both stitches as if to knit 2 together, wrap the yarn around and pull a stitch through. Before I slide these stitches off, I'm going to take my right needle tip back just into the first stitch on my left needle again and pull another stitch through and slide both off. And that's it. That's the right twist. All right, we're all set for left twists here. We've worked right twists over here, and now we've got left twists over here to demo, so I will demonstrate that. There's one difference between the right and the left twist is that you need to reorient the stitches for the left twist before you work them. And so that's one additional step for the left twist. And you start by slipping the next 2 stitches one at a time knitwise from left to right. So I'm going to take my right needle tip, slip one as if to knit, slip the second as if to knit, and now I'm going to return those 2 slipped stitches back to my left needle. I just remounted them, and that's going to make it easier for me to work them now. So that's step 1. Step 2 is to take your right needle tip, skipping the first stitch, and go only into the second stitch through the back loop, like this. So I've gone through the back loop of the second stitch only. I'm going to knit 1, pull that stitch out, but I'm not going to slide these 2 stitches off yet. And to finish, I'm going to take my right needle tip. Now I'm going to go through both stitches as if to work 2 together through the back loop. And knit the second stitch, pull that one through. And now you can see I've got this little pair of stitches on my right needle. I can slide all the stitches off. Let's do that one again. Okay, so for a left twist, we start with slip 1 knitwise, slip 2 knitwise, return the 2 slip stitches back to the left needle. Now right tip skips the first stitch, goes into the second stitch through the back loop, knits 1, does not slide off, Now that I've got the first stitch knit, I'm going to take my right needle tip through both stitches through their back loop and knit another stitch. Pull that stitch through and slide everything off. And that's how you do the left twist. And that is how we do twisted stitches. Right leaning here, left leaning there. Give it a shot in your next knitting project.